Hey there guys, welcome back to another episode of the Superbus project with myself, Knux Veeone. I apologise for the noise, but tonight, or today even, we are on top of the Superbus dealing with these rather nasty rust spots. And the way I've been doing it is with a wire brush, and I've just been going a bit mad, getting rid of the rust and some of the paintwork and tidying it up a little bit. Sorry for the shaky camera. I'm on the roof, I haven't got my tripod up here unfortunately, and I'm a bit nervous because I don't like heights. So I've bashed it with this a little bit, really got to get in there and get the worst of the crap out. And then what I do is I hit it with a little bit of sandpaper just to really clean it up. And then, once all that's done and dusted, I'm going to put some of this stuff on. Let me just dig it out. There you go, Hammerite metal paint. So, yeah, I'm going to get on with this. Get rid of all this rust up here, and then once it's done, I'll get back to you. Camera's going back in its bag now, for now though, because I don't want to drop it off this roof. See you soon! Sometimes it might also be appropriate to use a screwdriver just to get the worst of it off, and then go back at it with the wire brush. And this is something, like if you've got a van or whatever, this is something you can definitely do. In fact, you could probably do it on bodywork on vehicles and that, motor cars. All you want to do, I think it's different for a motor car, because what you want to do is you want to get rid of all the rust. And if you don't need to weld a plate in, then you can usually filler over the top of it to get the body shape back, sand it down, and that way when you come to paint it again, it will all be smooth and the same body as that. If you look down there on the CRX, we've had to do a lot of body modification because I wanted to shave the doors, just basically make them flat, make them look a bit more modern than that. That's my other CRX down there. And we've had to do a lot of rust repair and all that sort of stuff, so this is nothing new to me. And honestly, it's such a simple thing that you could definitely do it. If there's any rust on your van, definitely get at it before it turns into holes. Same with your car. And it's really easy to do. So yeah. Oh, and the grit for the sandpaper I think is 240. Let me just check that. Yeah, there you go, 240 grit sandpaper. You could use 180, I guess. It doesn't really matter, as long as it's abrasive enough to get rid of most of the rust. You're only looking to take off the surface rust. If there's any super rust underneath, then the rust paint should sort that. But I'm going to get back on and I'll be back with you as soon as possible. Okay, so there's the first couple done with their first coat. I'm probably going to give them a second coat. They do look a bit rough, but it's alright, it's on the roof. When I go to do the wheel arches and everything, I'll do a couple of coats and then sand it down, and then a couple more coats and then sand it down and probably lacquer over the top of it. But as for the roof, nobody's going to see the roof. It's going to be covered up with solar panels and other doodads and maybe even a carry box and what have you. So for the meantime, the roof doesn't really matter. Now, when it comes to removing rust from the top of your vehicle, I'd say start with the biggest lump of rust first and work your way down to the smallest. That way it just makes it easier for you in the long run, and also if you find any big patches that need welding under like the big ones and that, then you can do that and then focus on the little ones. So get the worst of it out of the way first, I reckon. But yeah, this is, I've made a bit of a boo-boo here. I don't know if you can see down there on the front of the van, but there's a rust spot down there, but obviously because I've painted all this, I can't get down there now. So I'm going to have to move the ladder around to the front and do that, but I've still got... That's done. I might stick another coat on just to neaten it up a bit, and then I've got that, and then there's a few around the back there, and then I should be sweet. So yeah, I'll catch you up. I think next time I record we'll be on the top of the ladder looking at all of these done nicely, and then we'll go on to the wheel arches. So yeah, catch you soon. Okay, so there was a line of rust running along the top of the windscreen. I haven't done this side yet so you can see. But this has been a real pain in the arse. In an ideal situation, what you'd want to do is mask off this black line here, the seal that holds the windscreen in, and it's very important you get this right, because if it starts leaking in there you can have all sorts of problems with the electricals in the cab and what have you. So what I've done is I've just painted a line along the top there, and then using this towel I've rubbed out what was on the stuff that holds the I can't remember what it's called. I've probably already said it once in this little clip, but I can't remember what it's called. So yeah, I'm going to do the rest on this side, clean up the rest of this rust, maybe throw a bit underneath there on this guttering system, because again you want to make sure you keep all the water out of the cab, and to be honest with you, you want to make sure you keep it all out the back as well. There's a bit of rust down there on the wheel arches, I think you can see that, yep. And then on this one as well. So obviously with the wheel arches I'm going to take a bit more care. Nice bit of rust there as well. I'm going to take a bit more care in sanding them down and making them look nice. The ones on front of the van, not so bad. Again, like the roof, we might even do something over the top of that. If not, I will sand it down and blend it in. But yeah, I'm getting there, slowly but surely. I sanded this down this morning before I even started properly getting to work, so that's pretty much ready for a car. I might go over it a little bit more with the sandpaper, but that's pretty much ready the way it is. A little bit down there by the bottom of the door seal, and some more on that arch there. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with this, and yeah, I'll let you know when I've made some more progress. Right, so there you go, there's the all 4 of the wheel arches done and dusted. I'm going to wait for them to dry, probably leave it, I don't know, 6 to 8 hours. So I'll probably be back at it tomorrow, and I'll sand them down and then go over them with another coat, and then wait another couple of hours and then sand them down again. I got a bit rambunctious on the front here. My front bumper now has a nice coat of anti-rust paint on it, which I'm going to have to sort out at some point. I could probably get some of that back to black stuff and take it off with that. Or no doubt there's some sort of Coca-Cola / vinegar solution floating around the internet. I need to sort these headlights out as well. I don't know what's going on there. It's not, I don't think it's dirt, I think it's actually like melted the light or something, so that's something I have to check out. Again, on this side I've been a bit rambunctious with my paint, so I'll definitely have to clean that up. But yeah, all the rust is gone, so I'm going to crack on, get on with the top again. I'm going to just give that another coat of paint, and then that'll be that then. But yeah, we should have a pretty rust-free, or not rust-free, but rust-proof, as it were, van to protect it from all the stuff that was coming through. Luckily there were no massive holes or anything like that I had to weld up, so that's good, because I haven't got my welder. My welder is still at a friend's, so quite fortunate really. And to be honest with you, for it being a X-Reg, is that 2000? Yeah, X-Reg 2000, 15 years, and there's absolutely no massive rust holes, which is a huge bonus. So yeah, I'm going to crack back on, and then once I've done the roof again, I will explain to you the plan. Alright guys, I've done all the paintwork on the outside that I can do today. I went over the roof and gave it a really thick coat, so hopefully in this weather it will dry real quick, and yeah, I won't have any problems with rust on the roof in the future. And if I do, I got a tin of anti-rust paint now, so that's all good. How is the plan? So let me, I don't want to rotate it, and to anybody walking past the van, looks like I'm just taking a photograph of my crotch, so I'm sure they'll get a good laugh out of that. But yeah, as you can see, we've had a little bit of a rearrangement, and this is the plan. I thought I'd just show you. I might try and scan it in and upload it somewhere. But as you can see, we've got the kitchen and the shower and toilet at the rear there. So when you open up the back doors, you can exchange the fresh water, the gas and that sort of thing. Down from the shower, we've got an elevated fridge. So we're going to have the fridge up near the roof, so it'll be easy to vent it out and also give us more space on the floor. So there'll be storage underneath that. The sofa bed underneath the fridge is what we're going to change. It's going to still be the same slide out model, but instead of it opening from the front like the last one did, we're going to have it so it just folds up. So the sofa bed, so it'll be in its flat position, and you can fold it out as a bed, but then when it's back as a sofa, you can just and tilt it up like a chest. So there you go, and then back into sofa and back out to bed. Okay, so that's that. When it folds out to a bed, or when it's in sofa position, the reason it's on this sort of is so we can get to the battery storage, which is underneath the driver's seat, the seat that I'm in right now. It's underneath there, and we need to have all ability to. We need to be able to reach that stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's important stuff. We got this in the overhead compartment. We're gonna have all the electronics like the Zig unit, the computer, some fans, extractors, that sort of thing. And then next to, so you've got the bed here and we've got the table here. These are dotted lines because they're temporary, they're not permanent structures. When the table is in, this can only be a sofa, but we're also going to have the rotating seat in here. I don't know if you remember the captain's seat we took out of the Renault Master, but that can fit in there quite nicely. And then up the top here we've got the wood stove. So yeah, and then over here there's going to be a projector. So this is the upper cubby, and then on the lip of the cubby there's going to be a projector screen, and then the projector's going to sit like around here somewhere. So we can watch movies and stuff from the bed here, and it won't take loads of power because projectors take less power than TVs. If the logic is right, if my theory is correct, then projectors take less power than TVs. So yeah, there's all that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw that off to one side. Oh, and also look, we've done a list. We've done a list this time. Oh, hang on, no, that's for my, that's very future plans for the CRX. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see that. Tracking device, we got the SIM card for that the other day. That's all ready to go in, sorted and that. Rust, floor plan, right, so rust and floor plan, done now, aren't we? So now we've got to start actually building the stuff, like the sofa, the battery box, the Zig, all the electronics, solar, table socket. And what we're doing is, as you can see from this list, in fact, if I just go out to the back, oh, hang on, no, we can go back to the other plan. If you look at this, you can see that we're actually building it this way, so that when we open the back doors, we can throw all the stuff in, build it, except in the case of cabinets and stuff like that, which we're going to build outside the van and slide them in. But we'll do the sofa first, the rotating seat, so then that makes it a three-person vehicle. We have to get this checked by the DVLA, we're pretty sure. So we're going to get that checked by the DVLA, make sure it's all stable and sweet and all that nonsense. And so yeah, we'll have 3 people in here, which is more technically than that car can handle. That's my CRX, and it has got 2 seats in the front and a bench in the back. But in America, they didn't release it with a back seat. They just put a sort of, I don't know, like a shelf in the back there, because you can't fit anyone in the back. They have to sit across the bench, and it's really unsafe and it's really dangerous. So if we manage to get this rotating seat in the Superbus, then this vehicle will be able to comfortably carry more people than my actual runabout car of today. But I didn't get the CRX to give people lifts, so I'd just like to point that out. CRX is my love affair. But yeah, we're going to have the rotating seat in there, and this way, if we build it this way, we can slide stuff in and use the back doors, and then everything gets bought in, and then we build the frame for this, and job done. And that's it. We're also going to do all the electronics and the plumbing first as well, so nothing is getting screwed down until that's done. But I'm sure I'm boring the absolute living shit out of you right now, and you just want to sort of say, hey, come on, show me the back of the van, what have you been doing? Well, we've been laying out the floor plan. Okay, so here I am in the driver's seat, and if we go to the back over here, and I know a couple of you are going to be very upset with the spinning cameras and what have you. Okay, so there's the 3 seats. That hasn't been bolted in yet. We will bolt this one in. I was considering, hear me out, it's only a 2-berth caravan, right? It's only a 2-berth sort of, you fold the bed out and it can only fit 2 people. There's a cot sort of thing we're putting up in the front there, but we'll get to that much later. That's sort of like a, once the camper van's all in one piece, blah blah blah, it has the potential to hold more than 2 people. This is more of like a trip thing, so I was considering selling this one, or the one in front of it, and getting the money back and just pouring that money back into the van. But after realising that 3 people in here comfortably, better than my current vehicle sort of thing, it might be worth sticking this in, getting it all DVLA checked, and then having it as a dining chair as well, because once you fold the sofa up, table goes like here, you can spin this seat round. You have 3 people eat at the table then, can't you? So that's pretty cool. This bed was put in here for Quakeathon. In fact, let me move this out of the way. This bed was put in here for Quakeathon in case anybody wanted to sleep in private and didn't want to sleep in the house or whatever, and we were low on beds, but nobody actually took me up on that offer, so that's cool. If I turn around here, this is where the fridge is going to go, but it's going to be elevated, and as you can see, the ceiling is falling down. But yeah, it's going to be elevated, and that's going to be all sweet. So down there is going to be like storage, bookshelves, all that sort of stuff. If I line these up like this, you might be able to get a better idea of... So that's the fresh water tank. What we're going to do is we're going to put a pump with a wire pipes on either side, and they're going to feed into these, and they're going to provide the fresh water. And obviously, because they're at the back door, you can open the back door, grab them out, fill them back up, and da-da-da. And because of the floor of this van is really high, underneath we've got so much room, so we can put the wastewater tank under there. We've got the gas box, which is again at the back of the unit, and we've got the kitchen sink and stove combo there, and that's we're going to need to take out some of this insulation for the bathroom, obviously, because it's going to absorb moisture, and we don't want that. We don't want mould, we don't want rot, we don't want rust, any of that stuff. Oh, the thing around the windscreen, the rubber. Oh my god, what an idiot. I remembered that as soon as I turned the camera off. So there you go. And oh yeah, and we've got all these sort of markings out on the floor. Like, you'll see all this tape on the floor everywhere. That's to show where me and Fred has marked out everything the other day. So I think, yeah, that's where the bathroom ends. So yeah, it's about the same size as the last one. The bathroom. The bathroom's neither here nor there at the minute. We want to get all the rest of the stuff in first. And before I go, I want to say thank you very much for watching, because I am going to leave you now. Oh yeah, before we go, check this out. This is the thing that the computer and everything is going to go up in there, but then there's going to be a projector screen across there. I'm going to turn this, so this will be at this angle, so it won't be in the way. And then you pull the projector screen down, and then not only do you have privacy from the cab and everybody looking in, you've got a massive screen to watch videos and play games on, so that'll be really neat. Now, let me see if I can get this right. Hello, it's me, Knux Veeone. I just wanted to say before I go, a very, very happy birthday to my brother Cashman in Swindon. I don't know why I'm doing the horns, but get with the programme. Rah, Cashman! Have a very good birthday, my friend. It's been an absolute pleasure. Without the Superbus, our friendship never would have occurred. So thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I look forward to very many more years. So yeah. That's going to be it from me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching this episode of the Superbus Project. I've got very messy. I'm going to go wash up now and have some lunch, cup of tea. Ooh, cup of tea. And yeah, so I will see you soon. Lots of love. Take it easy. All the best. Bye-bye. Ha ha! No outtakes! Ha ha!